Sorry. Hi, everyone. Hi, Manat. You said, hey there. I talked to James yesterday. Seems like everything was fine, just again, a bit distant. I told him how my family's opinion doesn't matter and my love for him as a person would never change. And I can just sense some distance, even though he's the type of person who is very upfront and will let me know, whatever is on his mind. I was just wondering if we can do a current reading on him, like his feelings and what he's thinking. Yes, we can. I did also get your reading request. Thank you so much for your $5 donation. We are going to be using now the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan for your reading today. How are you doing, Manat? How do you feel now that you had this conversation? Do you feel a little relieved? Do you feel a little curious as to what the cards have to say? How do you feel now that you had this conversation with your partner, James? I think I took off the slow mode now, so let me know. So yeah. I'm doing okay. Still a little anxious. He told me he always keeps it real with me, and if there was anything on his mind, he would say it. Okay, okay. We didn't talk today either. When I told him about my decision regarding my family, he thinks I'm rushing it. All right, well, let's go ahead and see what the cards are saying. I think he's just being a Libra right now, so let's just see what the cards have to say. All righty. Yeah, he's just being a Libra. I don't know much deeper it can get later on, and I'm only thinking from the surface level. And now you're only okay. So he accused you of only thinking surface level, and that you don't know how much deeper it can get later. Yeah, I think he's just being a Libra. And I was gonna say right here with the cards too, it just seems like I think what he means by you rushing it is that I think he wants to make sure that you are 150% sure on your decision. Now, remember, he is the same way, where, to him being 100% about something isn't enough. He needs to be like 150% about something. So I think for him, like, he wants you to be the same way too, where he wants you to be 150% about your decision. In his thoughts, he's got the Lovers, so he's got really good thoughts. I think he really was happy to hear what you had to say, but in his emotions, he's got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. He kind of feels like, yeah, you kind of did jump the gun a little bit. Like, he was happy about what you had to say. But the cards are telling me almost like, yeah, in a way, he kind of feels like it was almost an impetuous decision. And at the same time, though, with this card, the Queen of Wands, I do think he's got fire in his chart. Yesterday, he got the King of Wands. Now he's got the Queen of Wands. He's got to have fire in his chart. And what this is telling me is that he's choosing to follow his intuition in this decision. So he's not going to follow his heart. He's definitely trying to listen to his intuition. And right now his intuition is telling him that you have a lot of the qualities that he's looking for, but you don't have all of the qualities that he's looking for. So he's trying to listen to his intuition. I think he's being very cold about the whole situation. I'm going to see more about the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I pulled an extra card for that, and I got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So that clarifying the emotional part, what we talked about being impetuous and stuff like that. He just feels like he wants something to grow. Okay. I think just because that situation happened in the first place, it just kind of threw him off. If you want me to be honest, I think because that situation happened in the first place, I think it just threw him off. And I think honestly, he would have just preferred if it didn't happen in the first place. But I mean, that's just wishful thinking. I have the Justice card in reverse. It's like, how can you ever choose? How can you ever find a situation where, or a partner where you're not going to have issues with in-laws or family, you know, or in the relationship itself? It's complete wishful thinking. And the cards are telling me he just wished it just didn't happen in the first place. And because it happened, that's why he's so unhappy. It's because this took place in the first place. And because this happened, now he's in the position that he's in. So that's what the cards are telling me right here. What did you just say? Yes, but then he goes, but you're an adult, so it's up to you. And then later on, I don't blame him that I left my family for him. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, it just sounds like he's being a Libra. He's just going in circles. Like, he wants you to be 150%. But at the same time, I think he just hates the fact that this happened in the first place. So I think it just kind of just threw him off. So he's kind of just like going in circles, and he's making you go in circles when you're trying to tell him like, hey, you know, like, I can make my own decisions. And he's just like, yeah, you can, but I don't want you to blame me later. And he's just being a Libra right now. Honestly, like, he's just really being a Libra. The cards are telling me that you're quite obsessed with him. You got the Devil in your emotions, and your intentions is the Two of Cups. I mean, you're willing to work things out, but as far as your thoughts, you kind of just feel stuck. You just feel like you're doing everything that you can, and you just don't know what to do. But you do have the Ten of Wands in reverse right here in the center. Sometimes this does talk about someone who throws their hands up and gives up in a situation. So, so yes, I think someone here might end up wanting to throw their hands up. That's what it feels like. Do you think he's trying to test me to see where my head is at? No. I just think he believes you. I think you are 100%, but he wants you to be 150%. That's what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, I think he just really hates that this whole situation happened. The thing about his family and not liking him for his race. I think that whole event, that whole thing just threw him off. And I think because that just took place, but again, that's being idealistic. That's like expecting that life is like a Disneyland, and because life is not like Disneyland, you know, you're gonna get upset over it. Like, I mean, there's always gonna be problems in a relationship one way or another, and I mean, this is a big one, totally. But at the same time, it's like, which at the end of the day, I mean, if he really likes you enough, he should be fine with the fact that you should tell him that you told him this. But the cards are telling me that he's just unhappy that this happened. He's unhappy that this happened. So because this happened, it's almost like he's not willing to just forgive the situation and move on. You know, it's like he's just so focused on the idea that this happened, and he just doesn't want to get over it. You get me? he's known from the start that this would happen, and he also knows the Indian culture and knows how it works. Yeah, yeah. But I think at the same time, he was a little hopeful that it wouldn't be an issue. But I think because it happened, and now he's just like so thrown off by it. So, but I mean, in his thoughts with the lovers, I mean, I want to pull extra cards for that. I mean, so that tells me he knows there's potential. He believes you. But at the same time, he's unsure now. Why is he unsure now? Because he wants you to make again, it's like he believes you, but he doesn't believe you. That's such a Libra. It's like that's the thing about Libra, like they believe people, but then they don't believe people, you know, like they can be on your side but not on your side at the same time. You know, they are very gray area people, and the cards are almost telling me like he really likes the union, but he's indecisive with these two cards. And you know, like he believes you when you make that you've made up your mind, but at the same time he wants you to be extra sure that you did make up your mind. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's the point about him. He doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The cards are trying to say that it's like he's just going in circles with himself too. I mean, if you want to add another donation, we can see advice to see if you need to have like an intervention with him. Would it be better if you should see him in person? I also asked him if I could see him next week, and he said that it depends how he feels because he's been tired and he's never done that before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, with the 10 of Wands in reverse right here, the cards are telling me that most likely someone here is going to throw their hands up. And what I mean when someone throws their hands up is that someone is going to give up. Someone is going to give up on the situation, on the relationship, and they're just not going to, they're going to just leave. And this could be you, or this could be them. All right, I just received that payment. What did you want to ask? All right, let's see. What kind of advice the cards have for you today? Let's see. What do they advise you to do? Because the cards are saying that he's ready to leave. He's ready to go. He's ready to give up. you know, and I mean, he believes that this could be a relationship, that this has potential, but now all of a sudden he's indecisive and all right. All right, so we have Page of Wands reversed, the World reversed, Five of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords, and in the bottom of the deck, Five of Swords in reverse. It's interesting because it seems like he just blames you for the entire thing. It just seems like it seems like he's just blaming you for the entire thing. Which, I mean, it's not really your fault. I mean, it's not your fault that your family feels this way, you know? But the cards are telling me, yeah, present, what's going on in the present. They're talking about how there's very little communication, if any. If not them, it's talking about how there is no communication right now, and that it's talking about an individual, most likely a male, who is not doing a lot of the communication. The challenge is that we're dealing with the World card in reverse. So the challenge here is about inconsistencies or someone who is not very consistent right now with you. Your advice is the Five of Cups in reverse. The cards are telling you not to dwell with this, but with the Seven of Swords, they are telling me here, somebody here is going to start keeping secrets. So if I were you, if you're not the one that's keeping secrets, then he could be the one that's going to start keeping secrets. So okay. So I asked if he's going to start seeing other people, and I got Seven of Cups in reverse, which that's a little bit of a warning, because that could tell me that he's already seeing other people and he probably made a choice already. I wanted to double check that, and I got the Eight of Cups. Totally. So I wouldn't doubt it if at the current moment, if currently he had options, and now that this whole situation happened, he made up his mind and he's going to walk away with somebody else. I don't think he was going to tell you, hence the Seven of Swords. And it might be really hard to get proof from this, because I see him putting distance and talking to somebody else. So it might be really hard to find proof unless you find it on social media or whatever. But from what I'm seeing is that he's going to blame you. I see that there's going to be distance in communications, and he's going to continue to be inconsistent. I do see that the cards are telling you not to dwell, because they see that there's going to be secrets, or there will be secrets. I did ask the cards right now if he is right now seeing somebody else, or if he's going to my question was if he was going to start seeing someone else. And with these two cards, they told me that he was keeping his options open, but he made up his mind ever since this whole situation happened, and he made up his mind to walk away with somebody else, but he wasn't planning to tell you. And it might be hard to find proof because he's going to be distant. He also told me that I need to work on some things, which was an issue as well when my family situation happened. He hates when I cut him off or cherry pick his sentences. What do you mean by cherry pick his sentences? Like you try to you try to like pull things out of context? Like, what do you mean? Like you jump into conclusions, or But to conclude your reading, Manat, honestly, I think he's going to end up leaving. If you want me to be completely honest, seeing the relationship spread earlier and this reading right now, somebody here, I think someone's going to end up leaving. And I think it's going to be most likely him, if you want me to be completely honest. I think he lost hope. And at the same time, I think he was kind of keeping his options open. And now that this whole thing happened, it was kind of like a confirmation for him to walk out that door. But I don't think he was going to tell you anything. I think he was just going to start a relationship with somebody else or start talking to somebody else. And that was all. He's a very honest guy, whether I like the truth or not. He always tells me. I commend you for thinking that he's an honest person. You know, the only thing is that when I see Seven of Swords, that doesn't tell me this is someone who's very honest. Then again, it really can also constitute about how committed you guys are. If you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend, technically, then it would be considered, right, an affair. If you guys were just dating, or, you know, you guys were in the dating phase or in the honeymoon phase, technically you guys would not be in a relationship, although you guys might be exclusive, right? Or would have wanted him to be exclusive. So if that would have been the case, then he, being westernized himself, I wouldn't doubt it if, you know, he didn't see that as a bad thing or as a wrong thing. Therefore, not feeling obligated to tell you he was seeing other people. Hi, Leandra. I just got your payment. Thank you so much. I just wanted to see if Manat wanted to continue with her readings right here. I did get your payment. Thank you. And I will be with you in a second. So, Manat, like I said, I really commend you for really believing that this guy is honest. But I really, really do think he's seeing other people. And I think he was already for a little while. And now that this whole situation happened, I think that was just like an excuse for him to be like, all right. You know? All right. Well, thank you so much, Manat. Don't forget to subscribe and see you soon, okay? But yeah, I think he's just gonna like leave this, and I think he's gonna walk away. Alrighty, so Leandra, what is your name and zodiac sign? Leandra, and I'm a Leo. Hi. All right. And what did you want to talk to me about today? All right, so you've been talking to this guy, Chris. He's a Libra. And you wanted to know how he felt for you so far. And so you guys are just talking. You guys are not in a relationship. You're not married to this guy, obviously, right? You guys are just talking. Okay, you guys are dating. All right. How long have you been dating this Libra guy? We're going to be using the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot by Liz Garabay for your reading today. You should have a little while now. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. We're going to see what the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot has to say for your reading. Let's see what are Chris's thoughts and feelings for Leandra, Leo, at the moment. LOL, a little while now. I see. Alrighty. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. We have 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse, the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have right here the 5 of Swords in reverse, and also lastly we have the Knight of Pentacles, and in the bottom of the deck we have right here the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I do see that this is someone who is working on establishing themselves. I do see that this person is working on themselves. Like, I just see that they're trying to be a better version of themselves. So Chris is being represented as the Emperor, which tells me that right now it seems like his heart is prioritizing himself. It seems like right now his emotions and his priorities are himself. The cards are also telling me with the Emperor that you are also dealing with someone who believes in old-fashioned morals, old-fashioned values. He could be an authoritarian figure, the old-fashioned husband, father figure type, authoritarian. He could be a bit misogynistic, and he does expect his lady to be following certain gender roles too. Whether he has or has not shown that just yet, he is this kind of person. But what are his feelings for you? Did you guys take a break? It's either you guys took a break and you guys revisited this, or someone from his past is going to be coming back. And he's going to be thinking a lot about her. But if not, then this is telling me then that you guys probably took a break before and you guys revisited this. Okay, so you guys did not take a break. Okay, so then this is telling me right now that someone might come back, because I'm seeing these 2 cards right here. I'm seeing that somebody might come back. And there might be there's going to possibly be a window of opportunity for this to rekindle. Let me see if this is something that happened already or if this is just something he wants. Because I see with those 2 cards, yeah, this isn't something that has happened already. With Death in reverse, this is just someone he hasn't let go yet. And this could be someone from the distant past. I've met people who, like 15 years later, they still haven't gotten over their ex, and for some people, this could be recent too. So if you know about his exes and that maybe he hasn't dated in a few years, or he's been single for 4 or 5, 6, 7 years, doesn't matter. Point is, he's not over a particular ex. With death in reverse, he hasn't let it go. In his heart, he wants reunion with someone from his past and someone he hasn't had a reunion just yet. So someone that got away, someone that he hasn't rekindled anything with. So someone who left, and this is someone who hasn't come back, or someone with whom he hasn't revisited something with. So this person just got away, and it seems like he never heard from this person ever again. And it seems like that's something that he weighs heavily in his heart. And while he has this in his heart, it seems like he's very focused on himself meanwhile. So it's kind of like one of those things, like, you know, because that happened, it's almost like he just shifted his focus solely on himself, on establishing himself, becoming a better, more evolved version of himself, more in the sense of finances, logistically speaking, trying to buy a house, just trying to be more established, you know. And so I want to see how he feels about you, though. The cards keep talking to me about him wanting to return to someone. And if you're not someone that you were from his past, then the cards are telling me that his feelings belong to someone from his past. Someone that he deeply, because this is about wanting someone's return. This is about wanting a female return to him. Death in reverse, this is something he hasn't let die. This is something that he relives in himself, in his mind, in his heart. With Six of Cups in reverse, a reunion that hasn't been fulfilled. And these are all the cards on his side. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. It's just every single card I pull for him, it really just talks about him and his past and somebody about his past. Can you tell me anything about how he feels about Leandra? He knows you're vocal. He likes that you're vocal and you speak your truth. You really speak from the heart. And sometimes you can be a little too upfront that he's used to. With this card, Page of Swords, maybe when you are confronting a situation, maybe for him, can be a little confrontational, but nevertheless, he finds you to be someone who is truthful, someone who speaks their truth and lives authentically through that. So, but from what the cards are telling me, it seems like his mind and his heart are revolving around someone from his past. Then again, I'm not surprised seeing this kind of energy since we are in Mercury retrograde. During Mercury retrograde, people are going to be thinking about the ex. They're going to be missing the ex, and they might even try to reach out to the ex. So the cards didn't say anything about him reaching out or not. Then again, that wasn't really the question, and that wasn't the spread that I made. This was just to see currently how he feels and what he's thinking and what he intends on doing. And from what the cards are telling me right here is that he's thinking a lot about this other person, a female. And yeah. So, Leandra, do you have any other questions or concerns about what I had mentioned right now in the spread? Did you want to ask another question, whether that's about Chris, Libra, or maybe about something else? You let me know in the comments, okay? Man, I'm really going to dread this Mercury retrograde. I feel like a lot of people are going to be hearing about exes and all of that stuff. All right. Thank you so much, Leandra. Hi there, Rhoda. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I am still taking donations. You are more than welcome to send a donation my way. You can see the information down below. How are you doing today, Rhoda? All right, so Rhoda Bradley, she said, I would like to know about a connection with a friend of mine. Okay, Rhoda, if your name isn't Rhoda, please let me know what your first name is, along with your zodiac sign and your friend. What is their name and their zodiac sign? Hi, Marilyn. Yes, you can donate for a reading. The information is down below. All right, so what is the energy surrounding our connection? Christopher Capricorn and Rhoda Capricorn. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for you guys. Oh, and by the way, I am using the Tarot 3D by Los Carabeo and David Corsi, so I hope you enjoy the images and the messages just as much as I hope I will. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. We have the Sun in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, Temperance in reverse, the High Priestess, the Chariot in reverse, the Empress, the World in reverse, and also the Tower. And in the bottom of the deck, we have right here the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is kind of just saying that everything is all up in the air right now, but at the same time, things seem to be on the up and up. So if you were hoping for a relationship, this would be an opportune time for that. But it is you do want a relationship. I think you're physically attracted to him. I think you want a relationship with him because you are physically attracted to him. That's what it is, Rhoda. I feel like you are physically attracted to him. And because of that, you want a relationship with him. You do. If you are not seeing a lot of communication right now, you will see more communication later, or you might, because it seems like he's been thinking a lot about being more in contact with you. So I don't know if he's going to do it or not, but he's been thinking about how he would want to be more in contact or frequent with you more. That's what I am seeing. Somebody here really wants attention. Somebody here has got Leo in their chart, really. I think it might be you. I think it might be you, Rhoda, do you have like a Leo moon or a Leo rising? Maybe a Venus in Leo? If you want something with him, the cards are also telling me that he feels like you are playing hard to get with him. Another girl that's close to him is a Leo. I am seeing a big time Leo. I'm seeing Leo energy right here, and it's in the center. So sometimes that can represent somebody else, yes. But as far as how he feels for you, he feels like you're playing hard to get. I do think he's willing to see where things would go between you two, which is another reason why he's been thinking about frequenting with you more or just being more consistent with you. If there hasn't been any consistent lately, or if he has been more consistent lately, he's thinking about keeping that going. What are his intentions for you? Well, I do think he wants a relationship. I do think he is a person that is looking for commitment. But I think he's looking for a commitment with somebody who wants children. Now, I don't know if this is something you guys have talked about, or, this is still too very early on. Nothing consistent. We were really close, but there's pretty much no contact right now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. If there is no contact right now, then he's thinking about not only getting in contact with you, but being more frequent, being more consistent rather than doing the whole once in a while or just not being in contact with you at all. And that's something that I see him thinking about, just not only just reaching out, but being more consistent, being more frequent. That's what I am seeing. I asked if he would want a relationship. Would this be something that he would ever offer? And I got a good card. I got the Lovers. So yes, I do think so. So yeah, I do think that he is looking for love. I do think he's looking for commitment. But if you want to go ahead and send the other $5 right now to see if he would reach out to you, or maybe you need to be the one to reach out to him, then yes, you can go ahead and send another donation. There is no limit. So yeah, we can definitely check that out. But from what I'm seeing is that he is thinking about relationships. And since you mentioned that you guys have not been in contact, it is telling me that not only is he looking to reach out, he is also wanting to be more frequent with you. He does get the impression that you might play hard to get, or he's just coming to that assumption, but he's okay with doing that. He's willing to pursue you. Okay? Hi there, Cheekies. Thank you so much for coming. I got your donation from last time, so whenever I'm done right here with Rhoda, you can be next. Oh, and you, Marilyn. You too, Marilyn. Goodness gracious. So I have you, Marilyn, and then Cheekies. Well, Cheekies actually paid for the reading on Tuesday, but she wasn't able to stay for the live stream. So this sucks. I know you've been waiting, Marilyn. One second. The thing is that Cheekies paid for the reading on Tuesday, but she wasn't able to stay for the live stream. But let me finish Rhoda right now. So Rhoda. Then again, I haven't had any dinner, so I am not thinking right now. So give me a second, guys. I need to eat before I do these live streams. Goodness gracious. All right, let me see. So where is that question again? There you go. That's the question. Okay. So let's see. You just got home? Okay, well, 1 second. Let me just finish right here with Rhoda. Then I can go to Maryland. Then I'll be with you, Paula. Or Cheekies. All right, so should I reach out to him or just let him reach out to me? So let's see. I need to have a pen. I'm going to grab a pen right now. I have my notebook, but I don't have my pen. Wow. Pen and a pencil. Perfect. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna write you, Marilyn. You got one question, and then we have Cheekies. Okay. All right. All right. Now I have all of you guys written down. Okay. Okay, so let's see if you should be doing the reaching out. If you should be doing the reaching out. Should Rhoda reach out to all right, let's see. The Tower, the World, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of the Hanged Man, sorry, and also the Empress in reverse. Yeah, if you want to do the reaching out, go for it. Think about it though. You could even reach out as soon as this week if you wanted to. Then again, it is Mercury retrograde, so you would. I could see how that can totally happen. So it's Mercury retrograde, and the cards are encouraging you to get in contact. They're telling you can do it. Because I got the Fool, you can even contact him as soon as this week, before the weekends, if you want to. And just looking at these cards, I'm like, wow, so totally Mercury retrograde. Of course, the cards would want to be the devil's advocate here. So, hey, why not? Go for it. Reach out if you want. Brenda, I think we are all going through the same thing. I'm doing the same to my boyfriend or ex. I don't know where he is right now. Alrighty. You're welcome, Rhoda. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification button. And I hope to see you again. I hope to see you around. If you are in Southern California, I am doing readings here in Long Beach. There you go. And there you go. I'm going to keep this up for people to see this. And I know you, Cheekies. I know you're here in Southern California. I know it's going to be a drive from where you are to Long Beach. But hey, if you can make it, it's going to be this weekend. I will be doing in-person readings August 17th and 18th, Cheekies. All right. So, Rhoda, are we done with you? Do you have any other questions for me? Oh, yes. Don't worry, girl. I do readings, in-person readings, all the time throughout the year. So this isn't going to be the last event for sure. You're welcome. I hope to see you around. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, Marilyn. Where are your... it is your turn. What are the thoughts and feelings of my distant cousin who is a Scorpio? He actually likes me. He hasn't returned my phone calls. And what do you mean by he likes you? Like he likes you romantically, you mean? Or what do you mean that he likes you? Yes, he likes me romantically. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I don't feel the same way. Okay, okay. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say about your Scorpio cousin who happens to have a romantic crush on you. Interesting. What is your cousin's name? Adrian. And your name is Christina. And Christina, what is your zodiac sign? What is your zodiac sign, Christina? Adrian, he's a guy. He's a distant cousin of yours, and he's a Scorpio. Christina, you're a Pisces, but you don't feel the same way. You want to know what's going on in your cousin's head. What is going on in his mind? All right, let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Cups, King of Swords, 8 of Swords in reverse, the Emperor, and also the Hierophant. And then in the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. Okay? Well, the cards are telling me that he's being truthful in his emotions. He's got the 10 of Cups. So, I mean, I think he's being honest about his feelings. He really feels like he can have the end-all be-all with you. He thinks he can have the happily ever after with you, I was going to call you Marilyn. Christina. The only thing is that in his thoughts with the Empress in reverse, he doesn't feel like you're very confident in the idea. And he thinks that that can be a problem. He thinks that there can be a problem here. Because he feels like he really cares about you, but he doesn't think that you really are confident in this whole thing. Does he know that you... Is he well aware as to where you truly stand with your feelings with him, that you don't feel the same way? Does he know that? Or have you made that known? Yes. Okay, yeah. And that's something that I see him really thinking about. And the cards are also telling me with the King of Cups, though, they are telling me he has more feelings than he's actually already have made it known. So he actually cares about you more than he's actually made it known. And the cards are telling me right here too as well that the cards are telling me right here as well that He doesn't like the fact that it's almost like he's almost like in denial. Like instead of just accepting the fact that you're not interested, he's almost just taking this as like you're just not confident in the process. And like you guys are just stuck. You guys are just kind of having like a bit of a bump in the road. It's almost like he's just in denial. I don't think he's going to put any effort right now. I think later though, I think he will put effort in the future, in the near future. But the cards are telling me here that it's really just all wishful thinking. It's not really gonna do much for him. And also, I think that part of it too, I think he's going to try to do like manifestations and stuff like that, like trying to keep positive and law of attraction and all of this crap to try to see if that would change your mind. But it's like some people just really don't understand the whole idea of law of attraction and manifestations. Like it just doesn't work that way. You can't just sit there and be like, I really hope that this person really loves me and can reciprocate how I feel about them. And then boom, it just magically happens. It doesn't happen that way. And it seems like he could be one of those very wishful thinking kind of people. And I see him thinking that way, where I think like in the future, he's just going to end up just doing that, hoping for the best, hoping that one day you'll just change your mind and feel the same way because you guys are stuck. Because he's in denial. I do think he's still going to try to bring it up. I do think that this is something that he's still going to try to talk to you about. He doesn't get the point from what I'm seeing. He doesn't get the point. I think you're going to lose your patience, though. I think you're going to lose your patience, and I wouldn't doubt it if you get a little nasty. If you just aren't really nice about it, you know? I wouldn't doubt it if you would just have to start drawing boundaries. And why are you trying to get a hold of him right now? Are you trying to talk to him about this stuff? No, we just talk periodically. I called him just to talk and he didn't call back. Don't know if it's because I am not returning his affection. Okay, well, I mean, we can ask if that's a question that you want to ask. But nevertheless, I mean, that is what my reading is telling me for you. Did you want to ask another question, Marilyn, whether that is about your cousin or something else? No worries, girlie. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and you will see me again next week, okay? No worries. Thank you, Marilyn. So, Chickies, how are you here? What is your question for me today? So your question is, what is going on with Ramon? Like I mentioned before, he just ghosted me, so I blocked him. I don't beg, but why? Like, what's going on with him? All right, let's see. All right, let's see what the cards have to say for you, Cheekies. Or Paola. Ramon, can you tell me Ramon's zodiac sign? Chickies, what is Ramon's zodiac sign? He's a Sagittarius. Cheekies, does Ramon have kids? I know you have children. I know you have 2. But does Ramon have kids? So telling me that he's holding secrets. But I asked if he's seeing someone else. They told me no. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, if you feel like he's not prioritizing you, the cards are telling me it's because he's prioritizing his children. I did ask if he's romantically involved with anybody else. I saw no. I did see if he was romantically involved or involved still in some way with baby mama. No, but the cards are telling me something might spark up in the future between them. I don't know how soon that is, but it can happen in the future. So, but the cards are telling me that there's a secret, though. There's a secret. There's something going on. His secret is that he's not looking for anything serious right now. He's not looking for anything serious right now, and I think if you wouldn't have blocked him, the cards were telling me that he was going to end up walking away from you anyway. And the cards just keep highlighting that he's very focused on other things. So I want to see about how he feels about you, though. It seems like he's someone who always justifies their actions. He's always justifying his actions, and he seems to be the kind of person that even when he's wrong, he has a hard time admitting it, even for the little things. Like, he's just not really good at just taking accountability, and he's always just justifying his crap. The cards are telling me too that he's very well aware that you care. So he knows that you care, and he's very well aware that your feelings are genuine. And the cards are telling me, though, that he feels like you're doing a really good job at not expressing your feelings to its fullest extent. So if you have sort of kind of expressed your feelings, then he can kind of see right through it, basically what the cards are saying. Like, he knows that you care about him more than what you're showing, and he knows that you care more than what you are showing at the moment, or than what you have already shown. But if you wouldn't have blocked him, I feel like the cards are telling me right here that Right now, it seems like he's not looking for a commitment. It seems like right now he is a bit of a commitment phobe. I do see that he's got other priorities. I do see that he's not involved with anybody else, but it is telling me that he might rekindle things with baby mama later in the future. How soon or how much later, I don't know. But I do see that there will be a window of opportunity in the future for them to rekindle something. And I don't know how far this would go, because obviously that's not the question, but that wasn't what you asked. But the cards mentioned that a little bit, that there could be something that might re-spark in the future between them. Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, it's got everyone all fucked up. I'm telling you. Everyone's over here thinking about the ex. Everyone here is like, you're not the only one, cheekies. Literally everyone I talked to today, it's been about the ex, thinking about the ex, talking to the ex, or wondering if she should or he should talk to the ex. It's normal. But cheekies, if you have any other questions, please let me know. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so, which I think you have already. But if you have any other questions, then you are more than welcome to send another donation my way if you want to know whether that is related to Ramon or not. But nevertheless, I will be doing a psychic fair in Long Beach, California this weekend, cheekies. If you are interested, I know you are here in SoCal. I know it's really far from where you are, but if you want to come, check us out. I will be doing readings in person. There's going to be food. There's going to be free parking. And if you actually sign up early on the website, you can get tickets for free. Free tickets, free parking, and also free for kids. And there's food. There's going to be vendors, people selling crystals, people selling jewelry, all kinds of stuff, and a bunch of tarot readers. There's also going to be speakers, workshops. You're going to be talking to psychics, mediums, all kinds of stuff. If you're interested, okay? You working on the weekends, I'm so sorry. Well, I will be doing another one in October. So, and maybe one later on, early September. I haven't decided. And that one will be in San Diego. So the one in early September. So I will keep you updated. That one will probably be a little closer to you, right? So that one will be in September. All right. Thank you, cheekies. How long are you going to be out? My friend wants to ask a question, but she's busy at the moment, waiting to have free time to be able to hear you. Whenever, actually. Just send her my link to the live stream and let her know that I'm here. I'll wait for her. How about that? If she guarantees me that she'll be back, then I will wait for her. How about that? I have nothing better to do but to be answering all y'all questions. I have nothing better to do than to talk about drama. I have nothing better to do. I'm here for all of y'all. Hi there, High Priestess. How are you today? Hi, Michelle. I did receive your $5 payment. Thank you so much for your donation. So let's start off with your name. If it's not Michelle, let me know what your real name is and your zodiac sign. You don't have to give me your full name, just your name, your first name, and your zodiac sign. So what is your name and your zodiac sign? All right, Michelle is a Scorpio. So, Michelle Scorpio, what is your question for me today? All right, the way I'm going to word this question is, will your finances be getting better? If so, like around what time frame, within how many months, within how many years will you start seeing an increase in your salary or in your hourly wage, or just an increase of some kind? Okay. Or more hours. Point is making more money. When do we see you just making more money, having a bigger flow coming in for you, Michelle, Scorpio? By the way, I am using the Tarot 3D by Alan Dugan. Not Ellen Dugan, by Los Scarabeo and David Corsi. So I hope you guys, or I hope you enjoy the images and the messages that they have for you today. All righty. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. So we have the Hanged Man, the World in reverse, the Emperor, the Empress in reverse. Strength in reverse, and also the Lovers. I don't see anything this year. Honestly, to see the type of growth that you want to see for yourself, Michelle, that would really make a difference, or the kind of significant growth that you want to see as far as your finances go, I only see that happening around 7 or 8 years from now. And as a matter of fact, if you are not in a relationship right now, don't be surprised around this time, 7, 8 years from now, when you start doing better with your finances. Don't be surprised if around this time you actually also find someone as far as love goes. Because I see that you're gonna have a really abundant time during this time. I see that money is gonna come your way, and boom, easily I see you finding true love. But I see that happening around 7 to 8 years from now. I don't see it happening anytime soon. And I don't see any significant difference, really. There might be some difference, but not really the kind of difference that you would want to see. So I would say like around 7 to 8 years. And I see somebody there. I see a relationship. And if you are already in a relationship, then if it's not referring to like another one, then it can be referring to you guys taking things to the next level. If you want to know more about that, then obviously that would be an extra donation, because then that wasn't what you asked for. But the cards wanted to mention a little bit about that we see also love during that time. We see a relationship, we see true love during that time, and we see you being protected. Okay. All right. So any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want me to clarify right there, Michelle? Do you have any additional questions for me, Michelle? You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're in Southern California and you're interested in doing an in-person reading with me, I am going to be doing in-person readings this weekend, 17th and 18th, at this location, okay? You're married. Okay, so for the Lovers card coming out in the future position, this can represent a few things if you're married. This can talk about how, and I was going to say this too, the Lovers card can also be about how a partnership could be the reason why you may get out of debt, or this could be about starting a business with somebody. So either this is someone helping you out, there you go. Maybe through a partnership we get out of debt, or we get out of not feeling so dissatisfied from being in from our finances, or we could start a business with someone. Okay, have you thought about maybe starting a business with somebody, whether that is with your partner or with somebody else? You're welcome. So yeah, just wanted to reiterate that part. Just, if since you are married, the Lover's card just can represent either you starting a business with somebody else, whether that is with your partner, or somebody else starting a business with somebody else. Or this could be about how your partner might help you get out of debt, or through your partner you will find financial freedom. Okay. Hi there, High Priestess. How are you? How you doing? I am very good. I was just letting people know earlier in the earlier stream that I'm kind of nervous for this Long Beach fair because I haven't done one in a little while. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of a little scared. I shouldn't have taken a break, but I needed to take a break for my honey buns for my baby who almost passed away on me last year. But yeah, so I'm a little nervous. Looking forward to it. But other than that, I mean, just here doing readings. I'm here already on the second live stream for the day. And yeah. By the way, do you follow me on Instagram? Do you follow me on Twitch? Do you follow me on TikTok? Do you follow me on other places, Kira? All right, so Kiara, Aquarius, do my mom's friends realize how toxic and draining she is to me? She is such an energy vampire. I had to move back in with her when I found out I was pregnant. So I've been with her for the past 2 months. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. I want to use the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Kiara. If my mom wasn't my mom, I would never have associated with someone like her. What is your mother's zodiac sign? What is your mother's zodiac sign? She is a Sagittarius. Alrighty. And her name is Kiara as well. Okay, okay. Alright, so your mother's also Kiara. She's a Sagittarius. Your name is Kiara as well. And you are an Aquarius. And you want to know, do your mother's friends realize how toxic and draining she is to you? Let's see. I feel like your mom tends to show a side in front of your mom's friends. And I think also looking at the cards, partly due to the fact that they're from a different generation, I think they side with your mom because of those couple of reasons, and so because they are from a different, much older generation, and because I feel like some of them, or maybe all of them, are parents, they empathize more with your mom. And I think also your mom tends to show a much different side to herself that I don't think so. I don't think they do. They're almost just blindsided. That's what I feel like. They're just blindsided by their own bias, and also because of what your mother tends to show. She lies. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. I'm seeing that she shows a side of herself that makes her seem very like, that she rules with an iron fist, and that's the problem between the two of you, not anything else. That's what I'm seeing. So no, I don't think they do. She lies on me a lot and makes me out to be someone that I'm not. Well, have you ever thought of maybe the fact that it could be envy? Because you're someone that's very successful. So do you think maybe it could be like envy? Is that something that you've ever thought of? Jealousy? There is a difference between jealousy and envy. I always forget the difference. But if that's something you've wondered, we can ask. Yes, I never thought that until a friend said that she thought my mom was envious of me. Okay. Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. And from what I've heard, Sagittarius females tend to be jealous of other females when they are more successful, and it's more successful than them in the career front. So that's something that I have heard a lot when I used to study astrology a lot. That's something I have heard about Sagittarius women, that they, when it comes to career, or when it comes to school, like if you've ever had a friend growing up that was a Sagittarius female, they would be the type to be very jealous if you had better grades than them and stuff like that. I had a friend growing up who was a Sagittarius female, and I remember that when she didn't like that someone else was a lot successful at her than her in a specific subject. I remember there were times she would sneak in and she would like erase people's answers and change people's answers when it came to like, those answer sheets that you put in a machine and it'll tell you, which ones were right, which ones were wrong. So, the answering sheets that people use. I had a friend in high school who would erase those answers and stuff like that. She would sneak into the teachers' offices and stuff like that, and she would erase the answers and she would mess with people's test results. And she was very envious and very jealous of people when she would not get a medal for something. And I remember I would get tons of medals because my mom was a Leo and she would push me to do everything, and so I would get medals for music, medals for being a scholar musician, scholar athlete, everything. I had to have good grades, and I had to be in sports, and I had to be in music, and I had to do everything due to my parents. And I remember that girl, she would be like, I remember one time I felt bad for her because she was my friend, and I gave her one of my medals. So yes, I in a way I'm kind of not surprised that your friends kind of suspect that. She just always has a dagger to throw. My mom also causes a lot of misfortune. I wouldn't doubt it. Well, if you want to go ahead and send a donation, and we can go ahead and check that out if you want. Oh, actually, you sent $10. Would you want that to be your second question then? Would you want that to be your second question then? I didn't know if you had another question in mind. You have a different question? Okay. What is your question? What did you want your second question to be? Or if you have more questions, we can ask more questions too. Don't worry about that. I've been reflecting and healing from making the decision to terminate my pregnancy due to my circumstances and the lack of support from the guy. Can I have a message about this decision being made? Like, what did you want? Did you want kind of like, yes, you're doing the right decision kind of thing, or you've made up your mind, you just kind of want to see what the cards want to say? I made up my mind, but seeing what the cards have to say. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot once again. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. I know I made the best choice for me, but it's something that will stick in my mind, you know? I tried to hang on, but it seems to be getting worse between me and this other person. If I may ask, what is this other person's name and zodiac sign? If I wasn't starting with my mom and he was willing to be more supportive than he was, then I would have kept it, but everything felt like it was working against me. I keep trying to have conversations with him about it, but I wasn't getting anywhere. So I was like, okay, let me be logical about this. I care, but I have to be smart. Anthony, Sagittarius. Yeah, I know. Telling you having a parent that is a Sagittarius father. I have a Sagittarius father, and I'll tell you. If he was serious about the kid, he'd be there. Sagittarius fathers are present fathers if they want to be the father of their child. If they don't want to be the father of their child, they will not be there. And as a matter of fact, they will deny that it's their child. They would be that kind of guy. I've seen it happen. I've seen Sagittarius men. I've seen that those would be the type of guys that would be like, that's not my child. What? I don't have kids. They would be that kind of guy. So that would be a Sag. So I wouldn't be surprised if the cards say that you would be dodging a bullet here. So let's see. Any advice here? We have Knight of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles and also the King of Swords in reverse. Does he know about your decision, by the way? Does he already know? We have the Hermit in reverse, which to me, the Hermit represents the Sagittarius. Traditionally speaking, the Hermit actually talks about the sign of Virgo, traditionally speaking, but for me, I've always felt like it was more Sagittarius. And for me, when it comes out in readings, it does represent Sagittarius all the time. So I always say Sagittarius whenever I see the Hermit. It never comes out for a Virgo, or sometimes it does, but for me, I associate the Hermit with Sagittarius. Had he not been acting the way that he was towards me and the situation, I would have stuck it out, but he seemed like he didn't want any part of it, but just saying that he did. Probably didn't. He probably just didn't, but does he know about your decision already? Just curious. But yes, he wasn't asking any questions about anything. He acted like he didn't want to come to my first doctor's appointment. That's right. I think we talked about this before, right? We had talked about this before, right? And a few live streams ago, right? That he didn't show up and you just decided to block him, right? And you decided to terminate the pregnancy, right? Yes, I remember this now. I remember this. Well, I'm actually happy that you're willing to make a really smart choice. Unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of people out there, and I feel like a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but I feel like there's a lot of people out there who I feel like make the decision to keep a child when they don't even have the resources or the support from someone else, and it just becomes like you're just adding karma to your life, and bringing life into this world like that. Like, it's just karma that people are just bringing into this world, and a lot of people do it for religious reasons too and stuff like that. And I understand. I grew up Catholic, and it took me a while to get out of that bubble. So I understand how, sometimes having a religious background. Yes, I never sent his money back, and then I blocked him because he never reached out on the day of the abortion appointment. Oh, so you did have the abortion already. I told him when I made the abortion appointment, but I told him I was still undecided. He said, whatever you do, I agree with. I was like, well, are you going to be there? And it was a bunch of gangs. He obviously didn't want to be a part of it. He was just probably thinking to himself, well, if you're going to get rid of it, what's the point of me being there? He probably didn't have any emotional attachment towards the child in the first place, right? So interesting that you say that we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, because even though cup core cards represent water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, when it's in reverse, it can sometimes represent either Sagittarius or somebody with water and Sagittarius in their chart. So maybe some Jupiter energy with some water in their chart, or because he's Sagittarius, he could have some water in his chart. And it's basically talking about how you could be dealing with someone who just how they can easily fall in love with people, they can fall out of love with someone. So this isn't someone who can really stay in love with someone, or doesn't at least have that capability of staying in love with someone. Now, I was going to schedule another appointment for an ultrasound to find out the sex and call off the abortion appointment, but he was playing games. Okay. Also, the cards are telling me right here, yeah, that something here wasn't picking up. I think if you would have had support and also at the same time, I think ideally you also would have preferred a much better setting to have a child. I think you would have idealistically, you would have just preferred having a child with a person that you are in a relationship with. So I guess in a way it was also partly idealism. I think even if you would have had his support, I think it still kind of wouldn't have been enough for you. You might have would have kept you probably would have kept it, maybe. But the cards are telling me here, you can be a bit of an idealist, and you still would have preferred being in a relationship and having a child with someone that you are in a relationship with. Um, the cards are telling me here, as far as your advice, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is talking about how this is really just focusing on the present, taking things minute by minute, day by day. Okay, that's your advice. Just taking things minute by minute, day by day, focusing on the present moment, and then moving forward with the King of Swords in reverse. I wouldn't doubt it if you don't stay in communication or in contact with this person ever with that King of Swords in reverse. As a matter of fact, I don't think you guys will ever be in contact again, and if there is ever any contact in the future, it would actually be very cold, on both y'all's end. You would be very cold towards him, and he would be very cold towards you. I don't think you guys would be very nice towards each other. I think it's really sad when things happen like that, though. Like, you would think that because you had someone's child growing inside you for a bit, that they would at least, honor you or treat you with some sort of respect. But I don't really see that happening. At first, when we found out, we agreed to keep it, and it was okay. I noticed his vibe. He seemed like he was pulling away and not interested. Exactly. Do you have any other questions for me, Kiara? Any other questions you wanted to ask, whether that was about the termination of your pregnancy or anything about Anthony? Maybe you want to ask anything about Anthony, or do you want to ask anything else regarding career or anything else? He was being cold when I was seeing him. You deserve way better than this. Of course you do. You're a really smart gal. You have accomplished so much in your life, although of course you're not where you want to be, but I mean, to say that you have what you have, I mean, he's obviously missing out, so that's his fault. Alrighty, so I received another $10 from you, so you can ask another 2 questions. What would you like to ask, Kiara? Okay, you're saying you and this person, you guys work at the same job, and you notice that he's been trying to get your attention in team meetings, and you just feel like this person is just really weird. Okay, so what exactly is your question regarding, and I'm guessing you want to, this is about Anthony, right? Sagittarius. So do you want to know do you want to know if Anthony is intentionally trying to get your attention, and if so, why? Is that your question? So you and Anthony work in the same company. He tries to get your attention. Is it a thing where you just want to confirm that he is trying to get your attention? And if so, why? Why is he trying to get your attention? Is that what your question is? Yeah, he's not even supposed to be in my team chat. He is supposed to be in a whole other different team, and anything concerning me, he'll end up liking the post. That is also why I want to move away from this job. Okay. So let's go ahead and confirm. Let's confirm with the cards if he is intentionally trying to get your attention. If he's doing these little things, if he's playing these little infantile games to get your attention. And if so, what's the point of it? What's his point? I am never going to acknowledge this person or unblock him because I don't see any reason why. I don't think you should either. This person sounds like they play a lot of infantile games. And if someone were to get me pregnant and then ignore me, I think that would rub me the wrong way too. Or I think it would rub anyone the wrong way. It'd be like, okay, if you didn't want it, you could have just said it, Alrighty. What's funny is when I found out I was pregnant, he was the one who was like, I feel like this is what we both need. And even though we may not be ready, no one is ever ready because he was all for it. Sometimes Sagittariuses are very good liars. They tend to say the opposite of what they're really feeling. And it's funny because I don't think they really consider themselves as liars. I think they kind of see themselves as some people who just can't really speak their truth. So they really say they view themselves as people who say the opposite of what they really feel, aka they lie. And so, but they lie because they can't really speak their truth. They're too afraid of speaking their truth. You get me? So they lie because they're afraid of speaking their truth. So they just like lie and lie and lie and lie because they just would rather lie than tell you how they really feel. That's just how they are. Three weeks later, we got in an argument. I asked him for the money for the abortion. He immediately sent it. Never responded back to my text for 2 weeks while I was still pregnant. That's all right. Good thing is that he paid for it. That's the wonderful part. Yep, my cards are giving me a yes. Yes, he is intentionally trying to get your attention. And the cards are telling me it's not that he didn't want the child. The cards are telling me he just didn't know. He was undecided. So it was basically like, yeah, it was just because it was unexpected. That's what it was. And I think the pressure and the tension, I think it was really starting to get to him. And I think that's why his attitude changed towards you. So, yes. So the cards are telling me right here that it was more of a thing where he was just undecided. And I think because this was something that was unexpected and it wasn't planned, I think that's why he was like a bit afraid. But I think he was willing to accept the child. I think he would have been willing to be there. But now that you guys got into an argument and, he just doesn't want to be a part of it as much. But the cards are telling me, yes, he is intentionally trying to get your attention. So let's see why. Why is he intentionally trying to get your attention? What's the whole point of it? What is he? Why? Ooh, 2 cards wanted to come out. Well, at the same time, he wants to see what would happen or what you would do. I think so. In a way, he's not that he wants to get like a bad reaction or anything, but the cards are telling me right here that he just kind of wants to see what you would do. And the cards are almost telling me too right here with the Justice card in reverse. It's almost like it's saying like he almost feels like you treated him unfairly. And let me see if this has to do with the blocking. Yes. So he feels like by you blocking him that was like unfair, if you know what I mean. It was unexpected for me too, but the way that he handled it was foul. He could have just been using open communication, man. That is like pulling teeth for a Sagittarius. Asking a Sagittarius to communicate? Woo, girl, you might as well wait until pigs learn to fly. It's not going to happen, girl. At least not anytime soon. It's something that Sagittarius is known to struggle with. That's why you guys, air signs do very well with fire signs, because you guys rule communication, So yeah, the cards are telling me it wasn't that he didn't want it. It was just more, it was unexpected, and he was undecided. He was undecided. So he didn't. It's not that he didn't want it per se. He was just undecided. Okay. But it is telling me right here, yes, they confirmed that yes, he was doing all of that for attention. And he was doing it because he felt like you blocking him was unfair. So it's kind of a way of being like, hey, I'm here. Like, like, yeah, you blocked me, but hey, I'm here. So it's kind of a way of like him being like, hey, I'm still here. His little annoying way. He did it today. Yeah, and it's Mercury retrograde too. So people are going to be doing all kinds of shit to try to get each other's attention. It's going to happen all day, actually. Okay? So, Cheekies, are we here? Let me know if you're still here. And High Priestess, do you still have any more questions for me? All right, Kara, what's your question? Will I have children in the future when I'm ready? Because next time I get pregnant, I'm not having an abortion and putting my body through that. Okay. Okay. I mean, I never had an abortion, never miscarried. I've never been pregnant. I've been told that I'm infertile, so I don't think I have the ability to have kids. But I heard that the pill is pretty easy. It feels that supposedly. I don't know how far in you are, but I heard that it just feels like you're on your period, from what I was told. The girl here, she's infertile, so she cannot have babies. Yes. I don't want kids, so. But yes. Let's see. Do we see you having children in the future? No way. 2 plan Bs? What? No way. You were a virgin before him and then you took 2. Yeah, I remember that. Yes, I remember that you mentioned that you were a virgin. I remember this. And then you took 2 plan Bs and you still got pregnant. Dang. That pill. That pill feels like going on labor without meds. Okay. You mean the abortion pill? Or you're talking about the Plan B pill? Feels like going to labor. I tried to go natural as possible, but that abortion pill is horrible. Okay. So you're going to do the other one? But I would figure the other one would be a lot more. Interesting. But, hey, whichever one you prefer. Some people want to do the pill. Some people want to do the whatever it's called. I don't know the terminology. I'm so bad. But, hey, gotta do what you gotta do. So it does hurt then. It doesn't feel like your period. Because that's what I was told, that it feels like you're on your period, And you're like cramping and stuff. Interesting. Oh, you're going to do the surgical one? That's probably because you're a little far in, huh? Okay, so let's see. Do we see children in your future? Wow. The cards are telling me that if you want to secure having children in your future, they're saying that you need to focus on your spiritual growth. Not in terms of manifesting it in your future, but they're saying that right now what's important is working on your spiritual growth. The kid thing will happen when it happens. They're saying that it will happen when it happens, but it all depends if you do the spiritual work first. It seems like they want you to get into your spiritual journey. They want you to tap into your spiritual journey. They want you to get into your path, into your spiritual path. And from there, then I see a relationship. And it could most likely be with another air sign too. And this person might be in a relationship when you meet them. Interesting. So when you meet this other person, he might be married or he might be in a relationship with somebody else when you meet them for the first time, and then later on they might get divorced or and all of that. Interesting. I think the last time you told me to be careful because it can happen this year if I am not careful. I want to be stable first. That's also why I didn't move forward, because I have things I have to take care of and it was slowing me down. Hopefully he isn't lying about being single. No, I asked if I saw a planned pregnancy. Like, I was looking for more something like where, like, you're in a relationship with someone and something like that. And I see a window of opportunity with someone. But I feel like this person, when you meet them, they might be married or they might be in a relationship with someone else. I'm not sure if you're going to start your relationship with them after, or if you're going to start a relationship with them while they're still with somebody else. But it could be a possibility with that Two of Cups in reverse, that you might start a relationship with them while they're still with the other person. So yeah. Time frame. Well, I see this happening around 6-7 years from now. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I would say that would be like 6-7 years from now. But this is more, like I said, more of like an ideal setting, because you said something about planning kids when you're more ready. But yes, about having kids, about you getting pregnant again without you not being careful, of course, then that wouldn't count with this reading. So, and yes, I do remember seeing that happening this year if we're not careful again. So, does that make sense? All right, High Priestess, do you have any other questions for me tonight? And Chinkies, whenever you're ready, send the payment. I have not received the payment on Cash App. Unless you sent it through Venmo or PayPal, let me know. Okay, High Priestess, you have more questions? All right, let me know. What are your questions? Shoot them my way. Okay, so, well, I can't give you a name, but I could possibly give you a possible sign. So let's see. Can you give us a possible zodiac sign if there is another unplanned pregnancy in 2024? With who? Can you give us a sun sign with who would be the baby daddy? Sun sign, sun sign. Can you give us a sun sign? Sun sign. Come on, court card. Okay, could be a Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn. And yeah, it's going to be like a friend with benefit situation. Definitely. Not going to be anything serious. So, again, it's not that, you can't have a casual relationship. Just, take your precautions. There's birth control. There are condoms. We can use. We can use our protection. You can still have a sex life. Just make sure that these people just don't do what they're doing. Apparently, they're not responsible. So you take your precautions, okay? They don't want to wear a condom. There are girl condoms out there too, okay? I don't know what they're called, but I call them girl condoms. Okay? So I think it's going to be with a Capricorn. And yes, sometimes people get you pregnant on purpose to try to trap you, but they don't necessarily want to commit to you. So it's kind of their fucked up way of trying to keep you around without committing to you. Some people do that. But if you want to ask that, we can ask that if that was their intention, if Anthony Sagittarius, if they have that they had that intention at some point when they got you pregnant, or if it was really an accident. We can ask that. But yes, I've met many women who, dude, and they, amazing women with careers, women, who they'll meet some guy who was doing decently well too, and they won't commit, but they'll get them pregnant, and it's like, it's really not that hard, guys. Ooh, look at you. Thank you, Cheekies. I got your payment. And High Priestess, if you want to ask that question, I will answer that question if you want. That would be an additional donation if you want to do that question as well. Did you want to do that question as well? Oh, you did submit another one. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so you did submit another one. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see. Did Anthony Sagittarius try to trap you? I will be with you, Cheekies, in a little bit, okay? I just got your payment. Alrighty, let's see what the cards have to say for you. I think he was just being reckless, but I don't know what his intentions were. Let's see. Well, let's see if he intended to trap you. All right, let's see. So in the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Wands in reverse, and we have 8 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Page of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Cups, and also the 4 of Swords in reverse. So no, I don't think his intention was to trap you. I think he did have feelings for you, though. I think he did have feelings for you. I think when it's interesting because when he had sex with you, it was intimate. Sorry if I'm bringing your business out there, but it seemed like it was intimate. It was intimate. It was definitely something for him. But no, he did not. No, his intention was not to trap you like that. He wasn't trying to do that like other guys tend to do. And yes, I do agree that there are guys who do shit like that. And I don't think he was trying to do that with you now. Alrighty, so do you have any other questions for me today, Kiara? Questions, comments, concerns? Well, that's a good thing. At least we know he's not a psychopath. A selfish psychopath. But he felt connected with you. He definitely felt like it was an intimate moment that you guys had. So he definitely didn't take it like, oh yeah, like I'm just hooking up with a girl. He didn't take it like that, for sure not. All right, you're going to ask one more. Okay, perfect. Cheekies, I will be with you shortly. Got it. Got the payment. All right, so I'm gonna rephrase the question. I'm gonna see when do I see when is the next person in your life coming that will be truly offering genuine commitment to you that you would be interested in as well. So when do we see the next person coming into your life? Someone that you would find an interest in, rather, that would be willing to offer you commitment and a relationship. When do we see that happening? When do we see commitment for Kira, Aquarius? When do we see commitment for my priestess here, Kara, Aquarius? When do we see commitment? When do we see true love? When do we see the next person offering true love and commitment? Someone with whom she would find interest in also as well. Okay, definitely not this year, which we already knew that. So when do we see that happening? Yeah, I would say around like 6-7 years from now. So around that same time frame that we see you having children with a planned pregnancy. So maybe around that time where I see the planned pregnancy situation, it would be with that person 6-7 years from now. Makes sense? Sounds like good timing. It sounds like the cards are talking about the same time frame. Like I said, the cards want you to focus on your spiritual path. It seems like cards really want you to focus on your path. That's going to be the next thing you're going to focus on. Okay? All right, so Kira, do you have any other questions for me tonight? You're welcome. Thank you so much, Kira. See you around. All right, Chickies, you are next. Whenever you're ready, send your question my way here on the comments. Hi, Cheekies. What's your question for me tonight? All right, chickies, what is your question? Samara wants to know what are Mary's true intentions towards her, because she calls her to invites to go with her to places, but at the same time she says she's my friend, and at time she says my girl. I don't understand. So Myra and Mary, are they dating? Are they dating? Does she want to know like her intentions? Is that what the case is? Chiquis, Paula, Patty. So I want to know, are Myra and Mary, are they dating? Yes, I can see your message, but I'm asking you a question. Are they dating? Are they friends? Are they cousins? What are they? So is Myra and Mary, are they dating? Hi, Myra. Is that you? Is it you? I just want to double check that it's you. Perfect. Okay, so Myra, you guys are dating, and you basically want to know what Mary's intentions are. Because she invites you out and she calls you her friend, but there are times where she calls you her girl. So let's see what the cards have to say. If this person wants something more than just a friendship, if this person wants a relationship, let's see. What are Mary's intentions for Myra? Myra is a Leo. Mary is a Scorpio. And you want to know what are Mary, Scorpio's true intentions for you? Does she want a relationship? What does she want? Let's see. It seems like she is someone that has been focusing and working on themselves. They've been working on themselves and their spiritual selves as well. The cards are telling me here too that yes, she is looking for commitment. She is looking for a relationship, but if you want my advice, if you want my suggestion, I would wait until after Mercury retrograde to get into a relationship. Since we are in Mercury retrograde right now, I would suggest right now to get to know her, trade stories, see what are her values, her personal values, and see if your personal values, her personal values match. Get to know her right now. Until after Mercury retrograde, then that's when I feel like you should make that decision of getting into a relationship with her or not, if that's what you want, right? But she does want a relationship. She's got justice in her intentions. Ace of Pentacles is in the middle between you two, which I feel that's saying that you guys will most likely get into a relationship. She feels like there's potential. She feels like you guys have compatibility. She feels like you guys are compatible. She also finds you to be someone who is very practical and very down to earth, Myra. Okay? So she finds you to be very realistic, very down to earth, and she finds you to be someone who's just very real and true to yourself. She feels like you're really true to yourself and you really respect yourself. Okay? So I do think her intentions are that she wants something serious, but because we are in Mercury retrograde, I would suggest you wait until after Mercury retrograde to make that decision. Whether that is to get into a relationship with her or not. Right now, this is a good time to get to know her, but not to get into a relationship, okay? Alrighty, so Myra, do you have any other questions for me, or will that be all for you today? You're welcome. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming to watch this live stream. If you guys will be making it to the Long Beach Fair, for those who are in Southern California, I will be at the Golden Sails Hotel in Long Beach, California. There will be a psychic fair right there, and I'm going to be one of the tarot readings right there. You'll see the flyer right here. So kids are free if you register early. I don't know if they still have free tickets. I know it's free tickets for the first 200 people. It is also free parking, and there is food. So there's going to be food. There's going to be crystals. There's going to be metaphysical jewelry. There's going to be tons of readers, psychics, mediums, you name it. And I will be one of the tarot readers there. Hope to see some of y'all there. Bye.